Shout out to J&J.
So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
This is, episodes, man. You guys got a real good thing going on.
James, man, send us home. What else we got?
All right, so this was just announced last night on the 13th of September.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that this was pretty big news. The Dallas Cowboys have a new deal with their guard, Tyler Smith.
Okay.
And he is now the highest paid guard in NFL history.
Let's do it. Okay, nice.
So, a significant contract extension with the Cowboys. And this definitely solidifies him as a Cowboys offensive lineman for, the foreseeable future.
And guess what? That's good because, like I said, we weren't expecting the Cowboys to be so good on offense. We didn't know how that offensive line was going to be, but they've been pretty solid.
They've been really solid. Pretty good showing against the Eagles, even though they lost the game. And
could have won that game. Definitely could have won that one.
And the numbers of the contract, I know it's a $96 million deal, 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your immediate reaction thinking about those numbers?
Oh, he cashed out for sure. They definitely, because, O-lines and, those type of players, I think they get paid the least, honestly, out of everybody. That's kind of like wide receiver numbers right there. So,
yeah,
absolutely.
And I think one of the major positives for Smith was being able to work directly with Zach Martin, who a lot of people are saying is a future Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
He recently retired. So do you think he was able to learn a lot from
Yeah, and he's still going to learn a lot from him. So it's definitely going to keep considering.
And was this a smart investment for the Cowboys, or do you think they maybe overpaid?
No, I think it was a smart investment because, like I said, we seen what the defense can do, but that offensive line has to just be solid for that. It has to be. You know what I mean? With a solid offensive line, he makes smart decisions. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious what the run game is going to look like this season with him. They've locked him up or locked him down. He's there. He doesn't have to worry about the contract. He can just play. And then they also signed this contract early, and that's one of the things that they're trying to do.
Talked about, yeah.
With most of their players. I mean,
because it's like, they know the value is going to get higher and higher on them, but we already paid you, so we don't have to max out.
Well, yet even looking at like Micah Parsons, for example, they maybe could have paid him a few years back.
They definitely should have paid him because what he's going to do for the Packers, man, it's going to be crazy.
What's interesting, though, is they've taken the money that they maybe would have spent on him and they're kind of dispersing it out to the team because we saw, Jake Ferguson sign a contract.
Which is also smart, which is also pretty smart, just for one player.
And I think one of the things they're also trying to do is they like to keep the people that they've drafted in-house. They don't usually like to go the free agency route.
Right.
They like to sign like their own players.
Right.
And then I was curious, people are worried about the salary cap situation. But, I mean, they already have Dak Prescott. They got CeeDee Lamb, and they have their guard.
Their offense is good. They just have to focus on a little bit on the defense. I mean, you got rid of Michael Parsons. You got to fill those gaps up with him. You need to have enough that because he's talent. He's talent for sure. So he's got to and just don't go broke. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
And then, looking into the versatility factor for somebody like Smith, he has shown that he can play left guard and left tackle at a high level.
Right.
So if they need to, if there's any injuries or anything, hopefully there isn't, they can plug him right in. And he's able to be elite at two different sides. And I think that's one of the other reasons why they're like, okay, we have to hold on to this guy.
Absolutely.
And so looking at Tyler Smith, do you think he's probably more valuable as a guard or a tackle? Because he was drafted and he started as a guard. And that's what he's been so far.
I think a guard. No, he should stay a guard. You know what I mean? Like I said, Dak needs it more than anything. And y'all paid all this money for him, so he needs
I was actually curious if they were going to flip him in their left tackle because Tyler Guyton, the left tackle, who was a first-round pick last year, he was having some struggles too.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe he seemed to kind of bring it back to center. He's doing a lot better.
Doing a lot better, and
so
that's
far.
good because they might give him issue his deal too, make a new deal for him.
So the fact that he's the highest paid, do you think that they see him as elite?
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing about the Cowboys, they're going to invest in whatever they feel like is right, for sure.
I hope going forward they sign people sooner rather than waiting. Because I mean, in the case of Dak Prescott, I think they could have saved like $10 to $15 million if they would have signed him like a year.
Absolutely.
Or two
I don't know what was the hold up, what they were doing with him, what they were doing with CD, and we was in the offseason just waiting. Like, what's going on? Like, that's a no-brainer.
And from what I know, I think he's still the highest paid player, at least on a per year basis. I don't think anyone's eclipsed him yet because we would have heard about it by now.
For sure.
But,
so definitely, you guys definitely got to make sure y'all investing early because you don't want to lose the bag. For sure.
And then, looking at how this impacts the rest of the offensive line and the offense in general, they look pretty formidable. And this move is able to kind of give stability for the offense in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
And then I also think that this could be a renewed commitment of the Cowboys to winning with their offensive line. Because in 2014, I remember they had one of the best offensive lines that there was that kind of continued for a few years. But people have retired. People have moved on to different teams. And it's not the same line it was a few years ago, but it looks excellent.
It looks good. It looks good for right now. If they can keep it up, I mean, the fact that they played, their offensive line was so good with the Eagles, that just makes it's a green light, James. You know what I mean? Like, now all these other teams under the Eagles, I got them for sure.
So, what do you think this means for other players on the O-line? Is this going to put more pressure on them to perform?
No, I don't think it's going to put more pressure, but it's just like, okay, we got to keep it up. They might want a deal like that. So they're like, okay, if he getting a deal, I got to step up my game. And that's good. If they all come in that type of cooch, Jerry Jones just might start passing them out deals and stuff like that, which I do think the O-line should get paid.
And we were talking about how important the running game is now in the pro game.
Absolutely. With a poor O-line, running back can't do anything. So.
Yeah, and he's good in pass and run game.
Yeah.
So they did a good job.
Win-win. Yeah, it's worth it. They seen the value.
And then from Dak's perspective, how much confidence do you think this gives him with his protection?
It's real good. Real good. Like I said, in that game, he played real calm. He made the right decisions. It wasn't no interceptions. That's all. When you calm and have that little time, you make the right decision.
Yeah, in that Eagles game, Dak was only hit once, no sacks or anything, so they kept him really clean.
Kept him in that pocket, kept him right.
That's a game the Cowboys should have won there.
Yeah,
the opener of the season.
Absolutely.
But hopefully they put out a better showing.
I think they do play him again. So yeah.
And then he's definitely going to be a foundational piece for the Cowboys' future, and the contract kind of declares how the team views him, and he's going to be an anchor there for a long time, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And looking ahead 3 to 4 years, so is this contract going to be a bargain, a fair deal, or a mistake?
I think it's going to be a fair deal. Yeah.
Fair for both the team and for him.
For him, yeah. Like I said, just be fair about the situations. Like I said, I don't like how they did Micah, but it's all up to Jerry. He just it has to make sense. You know what I mean? You have to pay for the value that whatever you're investing in.
And looking on that O-line, all 5 of them, do you think this makes Tyler Smith the most important piece so far?
Yeah, he's the most important piece right now. Him and that left tackle.
Oh, I agree. Tyler Smith has kind of taken up the slack that Zach Martin had left when he retired from the team.
Yeah, him and Zach for sure.
And then, so we know that he's the highest paid guard,
right? And
he's, one of the best. But do you think that he's going to be able to, get up to being the best guard in the NFL, possibly?
Yeah, I can see it. Like I said, this season can kind of be the seed of it. We have to see how he is this season. Okay, you got the money. Now show us why you Hall of Famer. type of deal.
Yeah, he's all set with his contract, and I think he's just going to continue to play at a high level.
Oh yeah,
we're going to see a lot.
I agree too, because the fact before they gave him the deal and he's playing like that, that's a good sign. You know what I mean? As long as he just has to keep it up.
So y'all, please let us know what you think about that. The Cowboys love to make some of the people the highest paid players. They love to reset that market. So it's always interesting to see. And who do y'all think is going to be the next person up to get a big deal?
Absolutely, you guys. We'll keep you guys updated on the Cowboys and the Saints as well. But that's the end of our show, man. Episode 123, you guys. Oh my goodness, we almost at 150. Shout out to you guys. We will be on Spotify, you guys, on audio real soon. Special guests coming. A lot of things brewing. James.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for all your correspondence here on the internet. We love all your comments, your likes, your shares, and let us know if there's any sports y'all want us to cover, any athletes, anything like that, and we'll go ahead and cover it.
As for now, we're locked on this NFL season. I'm Jamar McKill.
I'm James Sherwood.
And y'all just got started with J&J Sports, episode 123. See you next week.
Bye.
J&J Sports.
Coming to y'all live in 2025.